What's up everybody? In this video, we are going to write multiple serial inputs to the Arduino using a Node-RED program. We can use the content from this video to write information to 2 or more components connected to the Arduino. When we write the serial data, we will pass the name of the component and the value. By naming our components, we can ensure we are passing the correct value to the correct component. Ensure you have Node-RED running and open it in a browser. You should see our previous flow we created. We're going to modify this flow and add a slider to our dashboard. The slider will control the brightness of an LED. We'll build this circuit in future videos. We will have a switch to control the digital LED and a slider to control an analog LED. We don't need the inject nodes to turn the LED on or off. You can select those and delete them. Select the slider from the dashboard options and drag it onto the workspace. Connect the slider node to the debug node. Double-click on the slider node. For the group, ensure the LED is selected. This will put the slider in the same group as the switch for the digital button. Change the label to analog LED. Set the max range to 255 to match the analog values for an LED. Ensure the output is set to only on release. Click Done. Next, we will add an inject node to insert a default value when the flow loads. Drag an inject node onto the workspace. Connect the inject node to the analog LED switch node. Double-click the inject node. Change the name to default slider value. Next to the payload, click the down arrow and select a number. Change it to 0. Click the X next to the MSG.topic to delete it. Last, click on the checkbox next to Inject Once after 0.1 seconds. This will automatically pass the value when you load the flow. Click Done. Click Deploy. Open 2 browser windows so you can see the dashboard and view the debug window at the same time. Click and drag the slider or click the switch, and you will see in the debug window a value between 0 and 255 for the slider and 0 or 1 for the switch. Right now, after we click either the switch or move the slider, only one value is updated. We're going to combine these values into a single JSON string that we will send to the Arduino. The string will have the name of each component and the value. We need to combine our readings into a single output. We can do that by using a join node. Drag a join node onto the line that connects the analog LED to the debug node. Next, delete the lines that connect the digital LED to the serial out and to the debug node. Connect the digital LED to the join node. Double-click the join node. Change the mode to manual. We are going to combine the msg.payload from the switch and slider nodes. Ensure the toCreate field is set to a string. Change joined using to a comma. Update the message to send after 2 message parts. Click Done. Click Deploy. Open 2 browser windows so you can see the dashboard and view the debug window at the same time. Click and drag the slider or click the switch, and you will see in the debug window we have combined our values. However, it is sending the last 2 updated values and not the switch and slider. Also, there's no indication if we change the slider or the switch. We need to update this. Double-click the join node and change the toCreate to a key/value object. Check that the and every subsequent message is clicked. This will ensure it sends each time we update a value. The join will use the msg.topic as the key for each input. We need to set this. Click Done. Double-click the analog LED node, and where it says topic, click the down arrow and change to a string. Input analog LED in the text box. Click Done. Double-click the digital LED node, and where it says topic, click the down arrow and change to a string. Input digital LED in the text box. Click Done. Click Deploy. Open 2 browser windows so you can see the dashboard and view the debug window at the same time. Click and drag the slider or click the switch, and you will see in the debug window we have combined our values. and there is a title to indicate which value we are updating. To send a value to the Arduino that it can read, we need to send a string. We currently are creating an object. We can convert our object to a string using the JSON parser node. Drag a JSON parser node between the join node and the debug node. Click Deploy and Test. You will see the output is now a string. One last thing. We need to connect the JSON node to the serial out. That way, node red will send the string to the Arduino. Double-click the serial out node. Click the pencil next to the Arduino. In the output section, add \n to the output messages. This will add a split character each time we send data to the serial port. We will use this when we read the string into the Arduino. Next, we will need to update the Arduino circuit and sketch so it will read the serial string from node red. Click Update, click Done. At the end of this video, you should be able to create a string with multiple values from node red that can be read by the Arduino.